Hello, good morning. It's me, James. I'm back. I know Lego Mago isn't scheduled to start until 4 a.m., but hey, um, we got this extra hour, and so we might as well do a little extra with it. We'll be getting some more daylight soon, so hey, let's spend some time together, hanging out and doing our thing. I just want to say thank you to Colin and Ben for holding down our Spoopy Boys overnight. It's been really great to have so many awesome people in our corner doing this work. So, I want to give a quick update. Overall, we're doing absolutely fantastic. Thanks to all of you. Um, yeah, every year we're always super flattered by the, uh, the support that you give us. So thank you once again. You know, we couldn't do this without you. As you can see, $8,400 of our $14,000 goal. We're doing well. Oh, there's me. Um, I don't want to get caught in time loops, so I'm going to keep on rolling. But yeah, we're here 4 a.m. a little early for Lego My Eggo. Hope you enjoy the Spoopy Boys sleepover watch along. I'll be running Lego My Eggo, putting together the last of the ghost. We got 9 bags through last night, or I guess yesterday morning at 4 a.m. Gonna get through the rest of them and then run my annual Christmas stream at 6 a.m. Then I'll be back at 10 a.m. for Star Wars. We're gonna be playing Jedi in a post Order 66, immediately post Order 66 adventure survival, I think. Um, and then we got a couple of more streams, all out of Bubblegum, which is kind of a they live 1970s kind of action. Yeah, I guess it's more like 90s action heroes. I'll be hosting the Extra Life Rap Show, but we also have Lasers and Feelings going on at 2 p.m., 10 a.m. There'll be Paint My Mini Unini. Nathan Lehe is going to be painting up some minis, and he has some great incentives. So if you're interested in getting something painted or seeing some of the work that he does, check that out. And there's also one more Jackbox party to go. So if you got it in you to help us donate, um, or help share, it's really just as big for us that people share this and we reach new audiences and are able to get the word out about the great work that Children's Miracle Network hospitals do across the country. Once again, it's our 9th year. We're celebrating Gillette Children's here in the Twin Cities and helping support the great work they do to care for kids and their families. So, yeah, that's what we're up to. What are you up to? I'm gonna put some links down in the chat. You can find us at extra-life.org team/known world united. We're super psyched that they made the custom URLs this year. We've always had to put in like team number 61307, and it feels a little Jean Valjean. So it's awesome to be able to just type it in like they did with our participant tags a couple a couple years ago. I think this is maybe the second or third year that I've done it. If you want to find my page and what I'm up to, or see me whenever I'm streaming, you can check it out at extra-life.org/participant/James Wheeler 2023. Um, it's been a really fun year, a unique year. We've been operating on StreamYard all year, I think, for almost every stream, and yeah, it's gone pretty smoothly. We're kind of up and down across the board, but we're operating both our main channel at Known World United as well as our secondary channel at Known World United Extra. So thanks to everybody who's been watching on both channels, on our Twitch, on YouTube. I don't know where else we're streaming. I'm sure we're streaming somewhere else, but I don't know. yeah, I think banana time. Um, I think I did this yesterday, and maybe Spike called me a monster, but I don't like the droopiness hanging down over my hands, so I always break it in half. Maybe next year I'm just going to see how many bananas I can break in half, and then there can be like an incentive for donating where I make banana bread out of all of the bananas I go after. But yeah, like I said, starting a little bit. We're going to finish up the ghost. I've got all my prep ready to go for Christmas morning, and so I may start on the ghost a little early. Um, if you want to see what the ghost looks like in model form, or our sweet girl right here. This is from Star Wars X-Wing Miniatures game. Oh man, it is an early morning. So yeah, I'll probably get that going in a little bit, but I thought what I might do is just hang out and play a little Marvel Snap. I talked about playing this a little bit on stream, but I haven't had the chance to. I really want to see how the Marvel Snap interface works with StreamYard. Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to re-download. I guess we got new content here. It's launching. Oh, it's patched a couple times since here. Oh, Clark has played this. I know that the Nate plays. I don't know if he plays on his computer at all, but yeah. And then also, one of the things we were talking about is sharing what people are interested in checking out for any Extra Life encores. We do these encores throughout the year, and we've done everything from more Tales from the Loop to more Star Wars. Before the end of the year, I think that we're going to have a holiday special, which is inspired by kind of old variety shows. But we got a little bit of everything coming up and going on. I'm going to give Huey a treat and see if Ruby comes running. Yep, there she is. The puppies. All right, Marvel Snap. Oh, that's okay. Let's see. I'll try to turn that down because I do not want to listen to all of that. That's a lot. I do not need full screen. So let's see here. I'm going to make this just large enough so that y'all can see it and still see me, hopefully. Question is, where are we here? Okay. Yeah, this is like pretty intensive stuff. So, all right. Yeah, so I don't think it's going to get any bigger or smaller, regardless of how this goes. So let's make this full screen, and let's make this just as big as it needs to be. Hopefully that can just go over right where I am. I can still see myself. Fantastic. All right, so yeah, let's play some Snap. I'm still going to turn down the master volume a little bit because, man, that's annoying. Oh, hold on. I thought that meant that I had something here. What is this? Oh, the shop. Oh, we are in a new day here, so we've got some new fun Some new fun variants. I'm always down for a good variant. I do love that series of Sinister Six. I wish Wasp and Yellow Jacket, they have such great they have some great variants, but I just don't ever play with them. So it's hard to justify doing that. Oh, Conquest. I don't know where I am. Oh, there's new things unlocked in the shop. Oof, only 2 days. I do not have a lot of cachet here. That's what I should do. I should play in the Proving Grounds for as much as I can. Not Spider-Verse. Let's see here. Trying to think of what I've had good luck with lately. Not much, to be honest with you. Well, we always do okay with Inchnaut. So we'll give it another shot. Give it another shot. If anybody does have Snap and wanted to play, let me know. I can send you a code. 4KILOFAT20. Nailed it. Your average blazing space bird. Outside Dan Hip Phoenix, I'm not super wild about it. But it looks okay as an icon there. Waiting for all right. Hey, must have been 420 a little too much. Hey, a win is a win. I'll take it. Get that silver ticket. Move on up. Honestly, I can use all of the medals I can get my hands on. All right. Actually, you know what? If that's enough, with those Iron Man boosters, that's very tempting. I'm going to do it. Mostly just because I'd love to get this Midnight Suns Iron Man. I still need to make 2 more purchases, which means I've got to make a lot of headway. I do like Buggy Shocker. Well, nothing I can play on the first turn, so I'm just going to keep pumping up Hulk. I do love... Leftmost card. I would love that. So let's sacrifice Shocker here. Let's see what Crip Mac on Hood has. Interesting. Yeah, we'll just oh no. Well, that's good. That means that we're going to for sure have a bounce there. Starting a little bit ahead is not going to be bad. Oh, that's a great Sif. Oh, this guy has really gone and spent a lot of money on this. That's not great. All right, turn 4. It's tough not to play She-Hulk here, but I feel like if I can get her out, I should get her out. Although I could get her for free if I Cosmonaut. Let's do that. Let's just do that. Yeah, he's just going to keep building up his Apocalypse. That's Not great, but let's snap. Let's see. Let's see what we got. We can keep zapping there. So let's take this turn off. Well, hopefully we'll get She-Hulk for free here. We'll be able to play Hulk, and everybody else zaps. So let's go Hulk, She-Hulk. I'm wondering where he's going to put that Apocalypse. I think could have double Hulk. Let's see. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Who knows where we're going to end up. Hopefully that's not where Apocalypse ends up. Hellcow. Okay. Oh, so he's using Apocalypse as his Dracula stand-in. Yeah, well, that's smart. Screw the pooch there. Yikes. Well, that's fair. That was terrible. If people are watching, please look away, because this is terrible. All right. Well, there are worse things than a first turn Sunspot. Oh, turn 5, all cards must be played here. We're going to charge up Sunspot a little early. Might as well just snap and get it over with. If I get it, I get it. No. Alright. That sounds good. We'll take it. I haven't also checked my missions in a little bit, so I'll have to see what we got going on to be able to do that. Alright. This is a great opening hand. Oh, this is a fantastic opening hand. Alright. Let's just go. Because we should be able to third turn magic. We can see. That would be helpful. So it's going to make Leech very inexpensive. We can pay for him early. Cards here, full in power. All right. So yeah, let's drop Cyclops. That's on reveal. Drop a couple of Cyclopses. And let's see, that's gonna be problematic. But hopefully we can get around that by magic here. And Sunspot. No, it's Sunspot here. Oh, I don't know why I was doing that. Oh, that's, yeah. That's a bummer. Okay, so let's leech this turn. Sunspot and then double infinite. Oof. That's a lot. Whew. Yikes. beautiful. So end of turn 5. So turn 6, we're not going to play anything. We're going to let this simmer. We're not going to get this one. That's the biggest problem. Dracula's going to get us there. I guess it just depends on how big Apocalypse gets. I'm guessing probably pretty big. I love how it didn't make a difference at all that Leech did what Leech did. We could. I don't know, we might be able to do this after all. So let's go here and here. That should put us in a really good position to pick this one up. But then, let's see, how big is Apocalypse? Because that Dracula's going to get him. Yeah. I can't tell whether they're being a jackass or not, but we'll give him the fist pound anyway. Night of the Living Beard, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, we're here playing a little bit of Marvel Snap before the official Lego My Eggo starts. Couldn't sleep as usual during everything that goes on for Extra Life. It's just hard to stay away, honestly, and just see what's going on. Season missions. All right, we got some going on here. Finish something. Oh, okay, boosters. Draw cards, upgrade cards. Well, I could probably upgrade 3 cards right now, hopefully. 425. Let's see what we have. Collection. Let's search by upgradable. Let's see what we got. The new search system for this is not great. It's become a little frustrating, actually. I really how do I only have 13 boosters for Sif all the time? Yeah, okay. Got one there. Let's see. I'm not crazy about the Night Forged variants, but say Libby. Let's see. Do I have anything else? It says that I can upgrade other cards, but the way that it's sorting right now is just garbage. I feel like yesterday's our local regional tour show. My expert passed out pretty late. Yeah. How was? I saw that you made your purchase against your personal rule as of late, but man, that's a good pickup. It's a beautiful figure. Name. What do I have going on here? Oh. Wow, a massive, whopping 50 credits. So yeah, I'm not sure how this works. Like, do I need to? Yeah, I don't know. Like, are these? I mean, I can see that they're upgradable, but they're upgradable, and I don't have the energy for them. I don't understand. I should be playing on like my phone at the same time and try to figure out what the butts is going on. Price is just too good to pass up. Yeah, that's understandable. All right, so things I need to do. Win a location with. Why is this still? See all missions. 4 cost cards. Win locations with 10 or less power. 1 card. And then win a location with 4 cards. With also Bloodstone. All right, let's just go in and let's play some Conquest. And we'll play. Oh, we'll just play with Shazoo. Because I think that Shazoo, I think this deck has Elsa Bloodstone in it right now. Yeah, it does. Okay. So we'll just go do that. I'm happy you got the Ghost. How's the build been thus far? Oh, man. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm through the ninth bag out of 13. Got the Phantom 2, just a beautiful model. Really, really happy with like how gorgeous this has all been. Comes with New Republic officers, Jason Syndulla, and everyone's favorite war criminal, Chop. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Ahsoka's going to come in the I can't remember which bag it's in, but yeah. Yes, I know the shaping on the nose of the Phantom is amazing. I was just saying, there's so many of these things where they're using hinges to get the subtlety of shapes. They did something similar with some of the cant of the hull of the Ghost. Really, really fantastic. It's so fun. It's been just a build that I've been so happy to play. It's really kind of incredible to do a build like that and just see how intricate everything is. I mean, look at the size of this bad boy. The box is just huge, and there's so many beautiful pieces that you just don't get. You just don't get in smaller sets that have fewer custom pieces. I mean, honestly. If you play here, dual mode's power. Well, we're just gonna play ahead a little bit with the Mauricio here. Oh, let's hope he's not just dumping cards. Yeah, that is. I do love that Wolverine. Let's see here. Oh well. Let's just mess. Sorry, Mauricio. Just gonna mess with you a little bit. He's been really firing all cylinders for that set. Yeah. Between all the icons and the whatever, I can't remember the other thing, the where you vote for it. But it's been incredible to see. Let's see. Yeah, that's it's turn 4, so I can't really do much about it. I might as well put some stuff in here and see what's going on. It's nice that it's not just all price points. Yes, absolutely. There's been so many fun things like that just really, oh man. Well, that's going to be unfortunate. Nimrod's tough, man. I just sometimes I feel like I'm making a lot of headway, and then and we're gonna destroy Carnage, Deathlock. Oof. Well, that really throws a wrench in things. Thankfully, he can't do that double, so I might still pull this off. No. Wow, that's a draw for the ages. Woof. Huh. Retreat there and call it a day. Yeah, do you collect any particular types of Legos or sets or anything that you've picked up that you really enjoyed lately? I've been getting into brick heads. I don't love all of them. Some of them I find to be like a little too cutesy, but they're just they're smart. Again, they're somebody somewhere said we could be building Lego different, and have the Mandalorian in Jarn here, as well as Grogu and his little float tram, which I think is just a brilliant model. It's got even like it's rotated back. I think that's so clever. Play a card here. Destroy to get 2 energy next turn. No, let's not be doing that. And behind my builds, I'm still working on the UCS Rage Quest. Ooh, that's nice. I do like that. Sorry, Mauricio. Let's see here. I'm not going to want to put things here, so let's just load up. Yeah, why not? Oh, snap. Oh, for real? Come on, man. Cannot get away from that. Yeah, oh gosh, I can only imagine. That sounds so much fun. I mean, it's like things like this are only helpful if I don't want to see. It's like if you cross a modular building with a ship. Fun. I love stuff like that. Yeah. This is going to be rough. I think that the key is going to be seeing. Okay. Well, don't have anything in my hands, so that's not really helping there. I mean, the nice part is he doesn't have a ton going for him. He does have an extra energy, or they have an extra energy from X23, but you gotta be able to spend it on something. We'll see. We'll see. And make something happen here. One of the things I'd really like to figure out for next year is that's woof. Yikes. Null for free. Yikes. 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 Huh. All he's got to do is figure out how to keep people there. So I guess I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I am just crazily over. Really. There's nothing worse than the thumbs up emoji in this. There's really some. There's really some people that just. Time to wake up, gang. I'm up. We'll start with past and see where we can go from there. I'm gonna sacrifice power here on Kazar, but I'm hoping that that's gonna be worth it. Transform into another. Okay. All right. See where we end up. Yeah, figure. Ooh, that's nice. Sometimes I wish that was an ongoing instead, but yeah, let's go with that. So we can keep rotating through. Hopefully, I can get armor, and then I can Khazar and Blue Marble over here. I mean, the nice part is okay. That's not bad. So let's do that. I just hate wasting a energy here if I don't have Sunspot out. Yeah, he's just gonna keep doing that. I mean, if he's got null, my goose is pretty cooked to begin with. So, all right, it's not too shabby. Give him a little extra here, and then if you play another card to fill location. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, like, this isn't going to play it. It's going to add it. Wow. Yeah, so I'm pretty hosed. That's going to do it for me, folks. We'll see you next week. Yeah, this is painful. I don't think this is the one. I don't think this is the one to go, guys. We're just going to go and say thank you for the game, sir. Yeah, there's no getting around that. That's for sure. Whoa. Wait, what? I thought I was streaming. Let's stop the screen. Let's try sharing again. I was sharing a window. I am. Huh. Just snap. Yeah. So, that's weird. It like switched over from being able to see. No idea what's going on there. No idea. Yeah, I'm pretty much in it to win it for the rest of today, I think. I have this until 6, and then I run Christmas, and then maybe a little break. Wow. Maybe I'll run Loki. And then we've got Ben's Star Wars game at 10, and that runs until 2. And what's at 2? That's a good question. What is at 2? Oh, all out of bubblegum and lasers and feelings. Well, that should be bananas, so we'll take it. Really? Another person? Man. Alright, got 2 of his sweetest boys trapped there. Enjoy that. Okay. Man, that's rough. So I could start playing his game and like reset it with Loki. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do. Hmm. Turn 5 out of 7. Might as well keep pumping her out. We'll see. Not making great decisions. Should come back in my hand, and I should be able to earn them. So I don't know why I played Agent 13 there. I am so tired. Yeah, that's just stupid as hell. Woof. Huh. That is going to sink me. 7 here gets me to 21. Yeah, maybe this will be enough. I don't think it is, but yikes. Yeah. Deserve to get trounced there. Brain dead. Can't do much. Let's see. It is 3:38. I'm going to want to get Eggos going at some point. Um, you know, otherwise, what's even the point of Lego my Eggo? So you're gonna give me Agent 13 too? X23. Just not super helpful. Well, hopefully we can pick up Kitty Pride here along the way and make some hay. Unless I get armor right now, which would be demoralizing. Draw card. Come on. That's not bad. Hmm. Tempting. So let's go here and here. Yeah, okay, that's good. Oh, man. Just nothing for me here. I mean, yeah, that's fine. We'll go out with a bang. Not gonna get where I want it to go, but that's okay. Yeah, that's gonna get me. Some of it's just rough. Just overmatched. We got through some daily missions. That's good. Probably with that 300 we could. Yet again, what is upgradable? Yeah, I don't understand this new system. It does not sort well. Because we've got 800 credits, so how can we not? It's being sorted by upgradable. Why do none of them look upgradable? I think I should be able to get this guy now. Let's see. We'll see if this updates while we're playing on this. It seems like that would be a little weird, but maybe. I don't know if it's going to update or not. Yeah, finally got Red Skull. Great that they put Nazi cards in this game. I really hate that, honestly. Like I've done almost anything I can just to avoid getting him. And yet, here we are. Hmm. All right, let's end this game. And let's stop sharing my screen. Let's get this thing set up. I should go and start the oven real quick. I'm going to start the oven real quick, and I'll be back. Let's see. Starting the oven for some Eggos. Back in 5. Okay, we're here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Do we like that? I don't know. Ambient music in the background. I can never tell whether I enjoy this or not. I don't think that I do. You never know. Anyway, hey, this is our wonderful, wonderful show. Lego Mago. Got some Eggos here, just waiting. Yum. If you want to donate 2023, make all of our dreams come true. We've got the ghost this morning. Gonna move Grogu here. Give us a little bit more room on our build. I feel like this guy was better situated yesterday. higher? I feel like we were higher. Let's see. Can we get even higher? Yes, we can get even higher. So let's try. Let's try that, gang. I'm just gonna go on a slightly different tangent here. Let's see if we can get this guy up here and give us a little more altitude. Yeah. It was getting us there until a little bit of a little too much box is the problem. Let's camp this out. See what we can do. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. All right. So when we last left off, we saw Cassandra.
Hey,
How are you? How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Oh, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
tired, and my tummy decided it wants to be unhappy, and it's fine. We're fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's extra life. It's
Yeah,
the things we do.
yeah. It's once a year, and it's once a year.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna. I probably won't eat any Eggos,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's all right.
here. I'm here in support of Eggos, and
Yeah, we love it, and we love it. Um, yeah.
great.
So I was just saying right before you jumped on that I'm in bag 9. I'm finishing bag 9. I didn't end up finishing it off stream. I got to the point yesterday where I assembled this little doohickey. I'm not actually sure which part of the ghost it is,
Whoa.
but I got to the point where they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna need you to put some more decals on," and I was like, "I don't have the manual dexterity to do decals that quickly at this point."
Yeah,
So I decided to hold off and wait for it today.
that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I'm trying to do as much as I can of this like on the stream, but yeah, it's just sometimes it's hard to get things exactly how you'd like them to be.
I struggle
So
with
there we go.
decals sometimes because I always just like I sit there and I just hover and I hover and it's like perfect spot and you put it on, it's just ever so slightly crooked. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, yeah. I feel it. So this, yeah, I mean, this is amazing. So there's these like 3 little, kind of like nubbin pieces, and this
Hmm.
piece I was putting together, and the way that these go together is like this. They fit in, these little things fit in here, and I was saying, this is just the kind of level of like cool pieces, and like it just doesn't happen in the smaller sets. There's just so
Yeah,
many custom pieces that it just, man, it really kind of makes a big difference. The more we do this. So
I love big sets, but I cannot lie. Oh boy, this is what
yeah,
you're gonna get from me at 4 a.m. Trust me. Uh,
yeah,
but
no.
I don't have anywhere to put anything,
Yeah,
so I never buy any. But I just love doing them so much.
yeah.
It's
There
just
was there was like a Netflix, like I don't think it was called Net Bricks, although it should have been.
Would have been
There
good.
was one like that too, but you could basically like spend a different amount like every um, month, and they would send you like a certain number of sets or a certain size of sets, and
Hmm.
depending on like what tier you were, they would send you like different things, so you could spend like $50-$60 a month and get like the 800 plus piece sets. But like if you split that between a couple people and everybody like had a chance to build it, like even spending like $20 a month on something like that, um, that's pretty outstanding. I've
Yeah,
been tempted like that before.
I'm never too worried about the costs. The only benefit of not having not having kids or anything like that is I get to spend my money how I really want to.
Yeah.
But there's just a certain point where Ben and I fight for storage space, and then it's
Storage
who
space and
wins?
display space. I think that's yeah,
Yeah,
that's tough.
my brother, my older sister's husband, so my brother-in-law there. Um, I don't somehow I started it. I'm apparently to blame, and I'm not sure how I am to blame, but he's so into Legos now, and it's dragged her with. They have
Oh,
like a double bookcase, and it's just solid stuff. Like
oh
it's
wow.
um I'm trying to think of like what's the last big set they work on. They have the Friends apartment.
Oh
They
wow.
have they
Have
even
they
have
gotten have they gotten Rivendell?
I don't know if they're ever gonna get to go that big, but they do have the they haven't gone as big as the Millennium Falcon yet, but I'm trying to remember what the biggest set they have is. They every time we see them, um, Joe pulls out pictures and like this is what we've done,
That's
this is what we have.
amazing.
Because they also do like some of the my sister's got the up house,
Oh yeah,
like just
we
the
have that. I haven't put it together yet. That was my backup in case I got done with the ghost, but I think I'm going to be doing good to get done with the ghost. And
really
I
this
literally didn't play Tales from the Loop last night, so I could prep D&D because I just haven't even touched it. I hadn't even touched it yet.
yeah.
I had decided what I was going to do. I kind of had the basic gist of it. I have that silly rhyme, but yeah, that was basically all I had. And I was like, I need to put this together, and then I need to sleep. So I did.
It was bad shit, like normal.
Yeah,
Poor Colin was so tired.
I
Like
know he
you could
was
just see it,
sleeping.
and it led to even more craziness and funniness. And there are things that were said and have done that I can never unsee. I don't know. I just there was duck-
I heard that Nathan was going to be bringing his character from the other game, and I was like, that's going to be chaos.
he did, and thankfully it wasn't quite like the first game.
Mhm.
I like how Nathan commits to things,
Yeah,
but sometimes the commitment can go a little hard when it's really like, because it was totally
sure.
opposite of like what Joel and I were doing. So it
Oh,
really
sure.
rubbed the wrong way in some spots, but he just it was much better tempered this time. so that went much better, but there was just
Yeah,
Colin working all the imagery, and
yeah,
it was so funny. It just
right.
the normal like it was chaos. Sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't make 100% sense, but it was funny, and there was chat was on fire, and even there's just sometimes chat was just like Jesus Christ, like it was.
That's funny.
So you know, classic, classic Tales from the Loop
Yeah,
that
there's
goes over
never
into midnight.
never a dull moment. That's so funny.
Yeah, so it was definitely a thing. And we had a couple little callbacks. We're
Nice.
t- we're talking about Peter Weller, and we're like, it's just not worth it if Touch isn't here. It's just not.
Yeah. Peter, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I had decided I wasn't going to play touch, and I was trying to figure out kind of what I was going to do, and I had a couple of options, um, and then I just decided that like it was worth it, especially like getting up, for this, and then trying to run, and then playing, and like basically like I'm playing the rest of the time, playing or running the rest of the time, and I was like, I
You
need
did,
some sleep.
yeah. You needed to. You've been going hardcore.
I was also dragging ass.
Apparently, I set my alarm for 3:40, and I woke up, and Ben was still awake. And
Yeah, I missed him by just a second. I like couldn't sleep, because it's extra life sleep, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah, you kind of sleep, but you keep waking up because you're like, I'm gonna miss my alarm.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss my alarm. I'm gonna miss something.
Someone's gonna need
Um,
something and I didn't answer it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's my biggest concern, especially this year. Just yeah, just going. Oh god. Oh jeez.
Oh
All
no.
right. Well, we're done with bag 9. Oh boy. We're getting into it here. We just got the front bracers on. This is what it looks like on there. Yep. Woo.
That's so cool.
Bag 10, baby.
But yeah, Ben was
Very
just like,
excited.
he was like, I'm still awake because I'm still coming down from that Spoopy Boys high.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was amazing.
Yeah. It sounded like they're having a good time, so I was kind of like, oh well, I'll like surprise them and jump on. And I like was laying in bed and made a donation for each of them. And then I was like, oh, and then I'll pop on. And I came back down here, and it was like the stream literally was like the stream has ended, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
But
My guess is it was sounds like it was good enough that I'm sure Ben's gonna be like, let's do that again.
oh, that's good. That makes me happy.
That's what it feels like. So
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he wasn't sleeping because he's like coming down from that high, that means a whole lot because
Yeah.
he should be real tired by now.
Yeah. I feel that.
It's gonna take me this entire time to sort these Legos, and then I'm gonna have to move them to play D&D. It's gonna
Hmm.
be great.
Yeah. What are you playing with?
So I bought, you know me, I'm not afraid to get a good old knockoff. So I bought some knockoff Legos.
Yeah.
In the end, it's gonna hopefully look like this.
Oh, fun.
It's even has the fun little case for it. And it
Oh, that's
sits
fun.
in. Thought I'd put it on my desk at work. The downside is I really underestimated the size of it.
Yeah.
Whereas this is currently my biggest piece.
Oh, wow. Oh, so it's like the mini block. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
mini blocks, yeah.
Yeah,
So, which I did wasn't that in the description, but
sure.
so yeah, this one's gonna be maybe not my best decision for this early in the morning.
Another New Republic officer here.
Was like, I don't know if I can, because I run on a laptop. Like,
Oh,
maybe some of the table. Just like
yeah,
there's just gonna be a lot of this going on
yeah,
for a
right.
while.
I
There, that's
feel,
probably a
I
better
feel that.
angle. Don't know who needs to see my face right now.
I feel it's the eternal struggle during Extra Life is how much do I want to show?
Normally, I don't too much of an issue, but I'm like, oh boy, little under the weather, a little just yeah, it's fine.
This is fine.
Ben's like, it's okay, you can rest, and I was like, no, it's Extra Life. Go hard or go home.
Yeah, good for through.
We gotta do it. I was like, I only have 6 hours left. I got 2 hours of Legos. Could do that with my standing on my head.
Yeah,
I was like, the big thing is just
just
sucking it
doing it.
up and for I can't miss Christmas. I just can't.
Yeah,
I just can't. There's nothing in me that would allow me to miss the Christmas episode.
the annual Christmas episode is a is a banger. I had contemplated having it later, like doing a Extra Life encore for it, just because like I like it. I think that like it would get more traction if we did it closer to the holidays because I think some people are Grinches about starting early, but I just I couldn't
Mm-mm.
not run it.
It's tradition. You gotta. I'm good. I'm good on tradition. Some people
Yeah,
don't need to, and I don't know. Especially to me when it comes to Christmas, where just found out that the Christmas tree farm that we normally go cut our trees down at, like,
yeah,
been that way for a long time now, is not
yeah.
going to open this year.
Oh no.
So now we have to decide which not been easy to find a place where you can like go cut your own tree.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle for lots because we would always look at other places and we'd go back there. The problem is while the place has beautiful trees, it doesn't have great paths to the trees, so it always ends up
Oh yeah.
muddy to the point where, like, if you don't have four-wheel drive, they will be coming to rescue you with their tractor,
Oh no.
because it's pretty terrible. But so they opened up like a new section of the front last year where you wouldn't need it. You could just literally walk over there. And so we're like, okay, this will be great. We'll be able to do this for a couple of years. And then saw a
Yeah.
Facebook post the other day where they were like, yeah, we won't be opening after however how many years. And I was like, oh man. So now I have to actually consider whether or not we're gonna get a fake tree. And I hate fake trees.
Yeah.
It's tradition to have a real tree, and I just don't know. Because if you go, like, you can go get them at Menards and whatnot, but they're all wrapped up. You don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
It irritates me. I
Yeah.
want to know what I'm getting.
I was a very big like real tree traditionalist
Hmm.
until I had to care for it and store it and everything else. And I also realized that I can keep a fake tree up a lot longer than a real tree.
Yeah, I keep saying I'm just going to end up having to make that transition. And I will probably, because I am big into Christmas, I will spend the money to get
A
a real
good
life
fake
fake
tree.
tree.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll spend a couple $100 on it because that's just what it's going to be. And will have to find the perfect pine scent air freshener to stick in it. It will just
absolutely,
be that way.
yeah, absolutely.
So I'm sure that's going to happen. I just wish I would have known a little bit earlier in the year because I'm sure it was easier to buy those
Yeah,
earlier on.
yeah, I feel that. Leave this guy right here. Move on to the next part. Let's see here.
Someone in chat says I just decorate my cat tree. You know,
Ah,
well, when there was one particular apartment Ben and I lived in for a while, you couldn't have a tree. Like you
oh,
could have you couldn't have a real tree. You
yeah,
could have a fake tree, and I didn't want to invest in that because we were already house hunting. And
yeah.
so that was the year the Christmas ficus was born. We had like a fake ficus. So I put lights on it.
Yeah,
I put my homemade tree skirt on it. And just was like
love it.
I was like, this is what we're doing.
That's funny.
So we've done that. We've totally done. Sometimes you just gotta make do with what you have.
Yeah, for sure. He's currently laying across my Lego pieces as usual. That's amazing. What are you putting together? Let's see here. Oh yeah, are you still working on the Razor Crest? I'm totally spacing out. You said that earlier, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's the most wonderful time of the. It's where I'm at right now. Oh no, more decals. Why
Oh
God,
God.
why? It's too early for decals.
Yeah, I'm
All
starting
right.
to get.
The Aston Martin from Speed Champions line. Yes, I got that. We got that for our wedding and put that together. It's such a beautiful. That's such a beautiful set. So cool. All right, let's see. That's funny. My friend Joel, not Joel Fulmer, but my friend from grad school, who's also a big Star Wars nut. We were talking, and he popped on the stream yesterday, and his take is any set that costs over $100 should not have decals. And I said,
Yeah,
amen to that, brother.
yeah, I could see that.
I mean, I understand, that you're not going to have whatever, an exhaust port or whatever that's this on everything, but you can't tell me that an airplane couldn't use that same, you know,
Yeah,
trim piece. Nice.
there's generally enough crossover that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, but Lego disagrees.
They really want you to earn it.
Yeah. I mean, which I have no problem doing at like 6 p.m. at night. It's at 4:23 in the morning that I go, uh.
Well, it looks like you started even before 4.
I did. I started streaming like around 2:45 or 3 because I was gonna try to catch Ben, and then I was like, oh, okay. So I played some Marvel Snap and just chatted a little bit, and then went upstairs to start up ye old waffles here, and yes. Okay, so now I'm flipping this around. Oh, that's slick. Yeah, I just love all of these pieces coming together like this. Like that's super satisfying.
That is one of the things you cannot get with, like, while I spent less on a knockoff,
Yeah,
it's never quite the same as the real stuff, like, it's
yeah,
just so much better.
yeah.
I'm aware of that, but, there are certain things, yeah, I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
gonna have to pay that that knockoff price.
yeah. No, I get that. I get that very much so. Okay, so now this is going to.
What are your Eggo rules? I didn't even ask you.
I had been doing it where I was starting at $5 and then going up $5 for everyone I had to eat during that session
Mhm.
as a means of see, yeah, look at that. So it like fits in this thing, and then in order to
So
get like the
nice.
cant of it,
Yeah.
it like pops down, and then it also pops down here. So it
That's so cool.
comes down and meets the edge. Like, come on, man, that's so
Yeah.
good.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
That is gorgeous. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I mostly just like, are you making a donation? I'm eating a waffle. Because the best part is like, I did the math and I was like, if I do five and then the next one's 10 and then the next one's 15, the next one's 20. Uh, I mean, by the time I got to the second waffle, I'd already paid for the waffles. So really, it's all gravy. I get like 24 pack for like $8.50 on sale or something like that. So,
That's not bad.
um, no. So I was just like, yeah, let's just go. Um, I mostly made them a little bit more expensive after seeing um, some of my brother's viewers go ham when he had what are they called, zingers?
Oh,
They're like
yeah.
um,
Those are one of
and
my favorites.
yeah, well, they're one of my brother's favorites too. I think until he had to eat like 8 bajillion of them, and then he
Yeah.
was just like, "These are going to be $50 a pop for the like whatever little like 2 pack." So he's like, I can't keep eating these." um,
No, and there are certain people that will just do it because they're like, "I enjoy
because
the
it's funny,
chaos."
yeah. Which I also get. I mean, that's funny. If I had the opportunity to do that a little bit more with my brother, I probably would because that's very funny to me. But I also realized that I don't want to get sick, and that sounds like a really good recipe for getting sick. So, um,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So I think also it's tough because it's like early morning, but it's not quite like late night weirdo time eating. So
Mhm.
people are like less inclined to make you do terrible things to your body. Whereas I think for Dave, it was like at a time of the day too, where people were just like, chaos. So,
Yeah.
um, but that's okay. I've been okay with it. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, the only well, the real drawback is missing out on like Zach's games and playing more with Christy and stuff like that. But the only thing that's been hard this year, it hasn't even been managing all the tech stuff. It's just like I haven't really been able to fundraise as much as I usually do, which
Mhm.
is always a bummer because usually by now I'm like pretty well on my way. But I think I'm only at like I don't know 25% of my goal or something. But that's okay. It'll get there. I only started sending emails out like at the end of the week because between this and work, it's just been a madhouse.
Yeah.
this last little bit, so that's okay. How is your job? How are things going?
It's going well.
Yeah,
It's quarter 4 training is intense for
yeah,
me,
imagine.
just because every quarter it's like I have to put together 1 2 hour lesson to send to our providers, and but when it comes to quarter 4, which it starts in October for us, I need to have, not only do I need to have that 2 hour lesson, I need to have all the lessons that go into our annual trainings for our support staff.
Uh,
They're like respite staff, they're SCGs, we call them, and then the
mhm.
annual child foster care training too. So it turns into like,
Oh
oh,
wow.
you don't need one lesson, you need 3 lessons, and 2 of those lessons have to have 7 lessons within them. So
Oof.
thankfully, I've survived, and it we had our best turnout ever. We
That's
Last year we
cool.
had like 58 people who were still pending after the 30-day due date, and this year we have 7. So I'm
Oh, that's
taking
awesome.
that as a win, and so I took
Oh yeah.
Friday off and Monday off because of extra life, and I was like, I'm celebrating,
Hell
you
yeah.
know?
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks. So it's a good time.
Yeah.
I like my job. It
Yeah.
I've never felt as someone who was like, "Oh, I have a career." Like, it always feels like a job to me because my dream job is to not have a job. So
Sure.
for all of that, I still like it.
Yeah.
So, you roll with it. You find the joys where you can, and
Yeah.
the team the team really appreciates me, which I enjoy because my head supervisor last week when we ended it, because it ends on the 31st, was just like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" And I was like, I don't know, nothing." She's like, "I'm gonna," because we had incentivized our teams like, "Hey, if you get everyone on your team to get this done, we're gonna buy you guys a pizza party," you know?
Yeah.
And so she was just like, "I'm gonna buy pizza and have it but it's just a big deal because she lives up in Bemidji." She's like, "We're gonna have it delivered to your house." And I was like, "Oh, I
Oh,
feel really
that's awesome.
appreciated. That's awesome."
It is very cool. That's
So,
cool.
you know,
Yeah.
taking those wins where I can get them.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, you gotta think it's yeah, it's hard sometimes to really feel like you get get things done and then also that they're appreciated. So when you do have that, it's one of those things that I feel like for leadership is one of the it's one of the best things that you can learn is just how to appreciate people and to like express that in a productive fashion because
yeah.
like you said, it just makes all the difference. um,
Mhm.
and it usually doesn't take much of a gesture. I mean, there's if there's memes about boomers saying that a pizza party will fix everything, that there's something to it. But by that same rationale, like it doesn't take that much. Like it's literally one of the lowest bars to just like show people some appreciation and to like vocalize it. But there's so many people in leadership that just don't get that at all,
Yeah, definitely.
which is a bummer. It makes everything way harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, and especially for something in, like in my position, because you know who wants to do training? Trainers. So
Yes.
it is one of those jobs where no matter what I do, someone's gonna complain about it.
Yeah.
"Oh, that took too long. Oh, I don't like this material. Oh, we used a video in one of our trainings one year that had like a communication device tone to the speaking quality of it, and it was
Yeah.
because the video was actually created by someone who couldn't narrate it. They used that type of speaking device. Like, we were trying to use things that represent the people that we support,
Hmm.
and they were just like, I mean, when I used to do training, this stuff is hard to do for
Oh yeah.
people. And we're like, okay,
Back in
well,
my day.
this is here's the reasoning we had to do this, and now you kind of sound like a dick because
Yeah, because being a dick.
yeah.
That's
So I thought this is no matter what I have to do, I have to deal with that, and we have to use a system for the training that's not always user friendly. So it's always an interesting time to go through all of that. And when you just have one lesson to do, it's not so bad. And but then when you double the amount of people for one quarter, it's like, okay, all I do is just answer emails about people being like, help, or I don't like this, or
yeah,
and all
yeah,
the last minute, like, oh my gosh, this is due tomorrow and I can't get in. And so, their decision to not do their work in a timely fashion means that now I have to deal with their chaos. So,
yes,
yeah. So, after something like that, as much as part of me wants to be like, pizza parties they don't really get you there, it did still feel nice. So,
yeah,
I'll take the win.
yeah, absolutely. It's one of those. It's one of those things that just, yeah, it smooths out the edges of everything.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. Let me see here. Let's see here. Mhm.
I had originally thought that, like, I won't do a new thing. I will finish because I have um, a Vincent Van Gogh puzzle going. It's
Oh,
actually like a real life, looks like the painting, but it has like a 3D dimension to it of Starry Night. Because
yeah.
it's one of my favorites. And Ben bought it for me, and he bought the light kit that goes in it. So there are certain spots where, like,
Oh,
behind like the suns, where little nodes of light stick through. And I was like, maybe I'll do that. And I was like, you know what? I don't know if that's a 4 a.m. I can focus on all these little light node things. And I was like, yeah, maybe we'll just do something else for this one. I am anxious to get that one done though, because I think it's going to be really pretty. It lights up and stands up. I need to get a little frame for it because it fits in like, a standard picture frame. So,
yes. Mhm. Huey is now like laying fully across my feet. He's like just laying down at my feet now. He's just like wormed his way across, like a boss. All right. Yeah. Sounds good. There's nothing like getting random follows and thinking it's something from Extra Life, and then it's a total bot.
damn
Okay.
it.
I was like, oh, that's fun. They have a cool screen name, and then I was like, yeah, they have pictures of themselves, and it's 5 different women. I don't know, do women get that like the same that guys do on social media? I don't know if you have like a Twitter or like a Instagram, but I don't
That's
think no social, not mediated.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not much of a social media person, so I get to avoid some of those things.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to avoid some of those things sometimes.
Yeah. It's the benefit of not doing that. I know it can be harder to connect on other things, but it's just
Yeah, well, I get it. All right. And the third to last bag 11, coming out. I'm pretty sure that bag 11 is identical to bag 10 or very close because we got the rear wing and the front wing here, and I'm guessing we're just alternating back and forth between port and starboard. Because yeah, this is basically the same bag, but that's all right. The entire upper part of the body done, and then we'll be able to do the. I think that the spine is probably bag 12. Woo! Sorry about me.
You're good.
Be on my way through. Yeah, that is the nice part about some of these kind of builds where you're just trucking along and you're like, oh, I'm doing the same thing only in reverse this time. I need to do the other half of this thing so that it can have the other side. Yeah, even this, you can see it's like this little guy right here. That's funny. Yeah, and then my problem is sometimes I'm looking at this and then I try getting a little cute and like working ahead, but then realize that I'm doing it backwards and go, son of a.
That's the struggle. It's like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and then you do it, and you realize, oh no, for this one, they really needed you to do this one step in between there.
Yeah, you're like, especially now that they have the like extra pieces, the like kind of insurance pieces, because you're just like, wait, where did that extra guy come from?
Right.
I don't need that. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. This is the other thing. It's like sometimes I catch myself and I realize that I am building like all of it off of screen because I've just kind of brought my hands back to be over the instruction manual and I have to pick my way. Oh, man. So there's two things in here. There's this gray and this gray, and you can tell it's pretty, it's not subtle. I mean, you can tell they're different colors, but on the other side, one is an upside down and one is a right
Oh
side up.
gosh, yes.
And my brain is just not keeping up with that.
Yeah, that's always fun
Yeah.
when they're just so close that you're like, did I do that right? That is definitely another thing that I think Legos has up on the knockoffs is I enjoy how Legos actually has like, hey, this is the bag you need to do now, and don't open any of the other bags.
Yeah.
Whereas like the knockoffs, I have to do this thing where you have to put them all out and you have to sort them because they just put whatever they want in a bag. There are
Yeah.
no step-by-step bags. And
Although, to be honest with you, I do kind of miss the days where it was just like dump the box out and then go, oh, God. Oh, God.
that's what I'm currently doing. Oh, God.
There's something joyful about just like combing through the pieces and trying to figure out what the hell am I going to do now? Yeah, so satisfying to do this though.
I enjoy Legos a lot. It's just, but it's that puzzle aspect for me. Like I love puzzles. I love organizing things and things fitting together perfectly, and
Yeah,
it's just part of my personality.
it's very relaxing for me to do something that like have instructions because there's just so much of everything else in my life that does not have instructions.
Right?
Or that I'm having to give instructions.
I mean, that probably is the downside of being a professor, right? Or like,
Yeah,
I have to tell people what to do all the time.
yeah. I mean, I always say, how often do you give public speeches in your job and then do that 3 times a day, 4 days a week for 9 months out of the year, and then the
I
rest of the time?
Yeah, I appreciate what you do. I could never do what you do.
Yeah,
And which is funny because I'm a trainer and I talk, but I don't have to give that many talks. So
yeah, yeah. It just ends up being a lot. But that's that. I mean, that's not. It's not to like try to prove a point to anybody, except for when people are like, teachers they just slough off. They only have to work part of the year and blah blah. It's like, how do you think? When do you think we make all of these
yeah.
lectures? Like, do you think we're just like making this at the same time that we're also like grading and doing everything? No.
This is not necessarily a fly by the seat of my pants all the time kind of situation. Like maybe
Yeah,
yes during lectures as questions come up, but I have to plan what we're going to do.
yeah. This is not all like super fun improv time. All right. So I think this is going to be our sweet boy back here. See, this guy is going to come right in there, satisfying. And then right down there. Yes. Very satisfying. Back is coming together. Love it.
So you did this for 4 hours yesterday, right? Was it
Yeah.
the slightly longer stream? And then you started early, and then 2 hours this
Yeah.
morning.
I
You
really
think it'll be
started
done?
building though. I just really started building around 4.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll get it done because I was most of the way through bag 9 when I stopped at 4 hours yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I had half a bag 9 and then 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think I should be able to get it done. I hope so. If not, I figured I'd work on it during the like wrap up stream. Um,
Oh,
but
that's a good plan.
I wasn't too worried about it. I mean, I figured worst case scenario, like it's a bonus stream sometime this week, or I do it during the rap show or whatever. Although we'll have to see what's going on because I know I forgot that Greg has Jackbox games on his PS4, and so he needs to like stream it specifically through OBS,
Okay.
and not through StreamYard. So we had to kind of like navigate that yesterday. And I ended up just like streaming it off my computer, which was fine. But for today, I'm supposed to be like doing a little rap show. So I don't know. We may also just consolidate everything into one thing, depending on how people are feeling and what they're up to. So,
Yeah, I signed up for the rap show, but we'll see. I may just be passed out at that time.
yeah, yeah, I feel you.
Gonna try to sneak in a nap after Christmas because that's my last thing.
Nice. That's
Um,
good.
but I don't sleep well during the day. I'm not a great napper, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
I'm not. I'm an okay napper, but I am a great passer outer. Like if I've learned one thing in my days, it's when my body is done, it is done.
You're like, I just go unconscious, and that's what it is.
Yeah, that
My
is.
biggest concern about this thing, is
Yeah.
these instructions are
Oh wow,
kind of intense.
those are kind of intense.
I'm
Wow.
like, okay, this is time for the old person. I gotta take my glasses off to look at these moment. This is what it's gonna be. But I think it's gonna be real pretty when it's done.
Yeah, absolutely. I think all those botanicals are so cool.
My only real complaint about the micros and some of these knockoffs is like, I wish they did a slightly better job of differentiating colors in the pictures.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
not always the
absolutely.
strong suit.
No, yeah, I got a couple Pokemon ones. I got one for Christmas last year, and then Greta also got one, and I helped her put it together because she just got frustrated by it. At a certain point, she was like, "I'm done." And I was like, "I get that. you know, I feel that very keenly." Because mine was far fetched, and so there were so many different colors of like tan and brown and greens.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little leek and everything else. I was like, yeah, every once in a while you'd be about halfway through a step and go, "This is the wrong color green."
That's the one thing that's getting me about the Van Gogh one is you know,
Mm.
it's suffering from that, and it's a set that you don't get a paper copy of the instructions. You have to do a PDF off their website.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, okay, is my computer set up to be like that's the color green that you mean for one of these four greens, or is it like
Oh, sure. Yeah.
this could be better? Turning up the contrast super high just because it's like I want to make sure I'm not. And I've actually had to go back and be like, oh, okay, well that's now that I only have a couple of this left. Obviously, that was not the right color green for that section.
Oh no.
So
Yeah.
it's mostly the reason why Van Gogh was still sitting on the side because I needed a
Mhm.
pause.
Yeah. I can understand that. Okay. And another decal. Hmm. Spike would be mortified. Yesterday he was watching, and I was just like going after these decals. I was just going ham. I was just like, "Yep, we're getting it on there. We got this. Just keep trucking." He was like, "Oh my god, no tweezers or no nothing." Not even. I was like, "No, ain't nobody got time for that, Spike. We're going. We got to go." Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever committed enough to pull out the tweezers, but I can maybe see where that could make things maybe easier in some respect.
Yeah, and I get it, but it's not going to be for me. It's not going to be a matter of life or death if I'm a little bit off. I'm usually careful enough that it all fits together. There we go. We got the front here. So this guy is going to slip right in here. Oh, that's satisfying. And then pop down and pop down. Perfect. Oh man, this is really starting to come together now, and I'm really getting excited. So good. Okay.
Just-
All right. See, yeah, like that bag went super quick.
Yeah.
Oh, and the next bag has Harrison Dula in it. Oh, I love Rebels. So I'm stoked about this. Oh, we're getting all of the engines and stuff in this one. Yes. Let's see all of the pieces. Ooh. Our first floor casualties of the day, where I have to go.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
it's not gone where to go. All right. Bag 12, all empty.
That's my major problem when it comes to putting together Legos is because we have hardwood floor everywhere upstairs. So if something falls off a table, it bounces and it rolls somewhere. And can you find it again?
Yeah. Bouncing like intoxicated James at a recommitment ceremony. All over your floor. Oh, there's so many tiny pieces in this one. Yikes. Make sure I got little hoses and yikes.
I've gone to like taking lids of puzzle boxes I was also working on and dumping all my pieces in there and just like sorting in there because I'm like, at least
Oh,
this
that's
is
funny.
somewhat contained.
Yeah. Totally. Oh, that's awesome. Got like the Togruta, I like the head tails.
Yeah.
Um, that's a cool. Yeah, very cool. All right. There she is. Oh, she's got her cool rebellion jacket, the general. There are 5 little pips right here. That's fun. This is so cool. Mm-hmm. There she is. There's Undula.
Nice.
She's got a little blaster somewhere here. There we go. Awesome. There she is. Looking cool. I'll put her where you can see her next to the Eggo waffles. Yeah, I can't remember if I was talking to you guys or not at the time, but I had 4 waffles on stream yesterday, and then I also said I ate a couple pro bono.
Just really enjoying these.
I, I I cannot lie. I really was, and I really did. I had not had them in such a long time, and Eggos for me are so nostalgic. From being a kid, because that was kind of a treat. Like before they started, mass producing waffle makers. Like having Eggos like real quick in the morning. That was just like not something that my family bought. We were not a big
Yeah.
sugar cereal person, not a big that kind of stuff. So like, it'd have to be we happen to have them on hand. Um, and yeah. Oh, okay. We're starting to get into it right away. This is fun. So I've made this little aft thing, and this is going to be on the rear. Oh, I never knew that these rods are the same exact size as those little like cross pieces, like the holes in like little cross size thing. Those
Oh.
fit in there as well as the like usually I only think that these little like crossbar X pieces fit in there, but apparently the rods fit in there perfectly.
Huh.
Okay, that's kind of blowing my mind. I'm not going to lie. Huh. Also, once you get it all out, I was asking folks this yesterday. Are you a grab all the pieces for one step and do the step, or are you a fly by the seat of your pants, pick it up as it goes type of gal?
Oh, I'm totally. I already pulled out all the little gray pieces and put them right here that I was gonna counted them out for what I needed. I'm a, and I think some of it's if it's a brand Lego, I probably do that less.
Yeah,
But when it's the knockoff ones, I worry more about like, did I get the right numbers? And because they're intermixed in the bags, and it's to me, it's like it's really important to like, okay, I needed 12 of these, I needed 21 of these, I needed so yeah, I tend to do
yeah.
that. I take it you're a little more of a fly by the seat of your pants.
Um, for something like this, where like I want to make sure that it's all right before I'm putting things together, I think I tend to be more, um, just because there's so many more pieces that I think that I'm usually I kind of enjoy, flying by the seat of my pants. But I think that for this, I'm kind of like so worried about getting it right because it's
Mm-hmm.
the ghost that I'm like, okay, I'm just going to really get in here and figure this thing out.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, just want to make sure that it like looks as cool as it should look.
Well, and so are you the type of person where if you find out like, oh, maybe you missed a piece in a spot that does it's not you can't really tell, do you still take it apart and put it back in?
Yeah, oh
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, me too. So yeah, that's
yeah,
I think when you making sure you pull it out step by step, there's the hope that you're not going to have to run into that.
yeah, yeah. I think that that's a big part of this is just, yeah, making sure that it's done right. I'm usually like double and, kind of triple checking before I start in on something. Okay. Yeah. So this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I hate taking things apart, so it's got to be right the first time.
Yeah. Starting to get the like beautiful big like cannon boosters on the back of this.
It's really starting to like all of a sudden like take shape. Like
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday morning for a bit. I tuned in for a little bit and I was like, I don't know if I understand what this is. you know?
Yeah. 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 I'm kind of like at the same point here. Like we have like the aft boosters are like coming in. The engines are coming into shape, and it's just, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm actually starting to recognize it a little bit more. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool.
I think maybe I'm gonna put it this way so people can see that as it's coming together. All right. And sometimes I do just kind of like grab them as I'm going. If I can see what it's going to be ahead of time, and I can grab like a piece at a time, like I'm doing now, and just like, oh, there's two of this piece, then two of that piece, then a couple of these pieces. I'm just gonna go pretty quick, but yeah. Oh, fun. Yikes. So big. Like these, these are, wheels for anything else, but for this, it's something completely different.
Right.
It's gonna be yeah, like this guy, like normally a big hubcap, but on this is going to be, oh, so cool. So cool. That's satisfying. I mean, I think that that's the other part. Is just like all of this, like at a certain point, becomes this kind of exercise in like, oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Um, and it really does start to get pretty freaking cool as you're going going along. Okay. Oh, hmm. Interesting. So like I have this piece, and then you're supposed to put another one in here. So it's almost like having a washer, like these two like smooth pieces
Yeah.
fitting together. Oh man, yeah. Like even to the point where we're using these little like wrench pieces to look like they're essentially, and they're sliding in the little holes of like the pieces. God, that's good. It's just like all of this kind of stuff is just makes me so happy.
Well, and I don't know. I think that's part of the reasons why I like puzzles so much is when things just fit together right, and it is that
Yeah,
satisfying feeling of like, okay.
yeah, yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, this is great. I love this. This is and this is me the entire like literally just is this is just 4 hours of this. I'm sure when my buddy Joel jumps on, he usually jumps on like in the wee hours to say hello when he's up once his kiddos are awake. And yeah, anybody who was watching me yesterday can testify that I'm basically just sitting here going, "Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's oh, that's also real cool. Holy butts, that's cool."
That's just fun though, getting to watch someone else just have so much enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, like this is just I don't indulge in sets like this very often. And so I think the last set I got like this, and it wasn't even this big, was Sarah got me the um, slave one, the bigger of the two. Well, she actually got me. She was awesome. She actually got me the mini one, and gave that to me first, and then gave me the big one for my birthday this year. So yeah, it's
That's
been
cool.
been since March since I built anything out of Lego at this kind of scale or level of detail. So it's fun to be able to keep.
I've taken a little bit of a Lego pause, and I think it's because we got between Ben and I, Ben buying me gifts and me buying them, got just about every knockoff flower you could get. So
Oh, that's fun.
I'm like, oh, okay. I have giant. I call it giant, like not quite as long as like the tubs that slide under the bed, but that height.
Oh, sure.
Just full of Lego flowers. I have a vase at work and I have a vase at home that I have up all the time. And
Oh, that's
so,
fun. So you can like rotate things out.
yep, once a month I bring the flowers that are at work from home. I have a particular box that they just fit in really nice. It travels back and forth, and put those away and pull out a brand new set to put in the vase when I get to work the next day or the next time.
Okay, this is gonna be so satisfying. Yep, that's great. That's great. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
yeah. Now it looks like the ghost. Now it's got the
It's really coming together.
so it's so nice. Oh man, that's deeply satisfying. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it's using these. This is cool. So it's using these little wrench arms here, and then using a piece of. You might think this is piping, but it's actually a hot dog mold that is painted gray, and then using these together to create like piping on the outside of the engine, like fuselage, and
I
like
Yep.
rotating the hot dog so it looks like it is like wiring this.
I
That's
love
really
when
cool.
they rework things like that. I got last year my supervisor and my boss chipped in for Christmas and bought me an actual Lego orchid set.
Oh, cool.
And so the little pink things in there are like the shapes of like leaf petals, but they're in pink. And then there's
Yeah.
um, little pink centers that are actually pink frogs. And you
Oh,
can't
that's
tell
awesome.
unless you get real close to it. And it's like, it's just fun that you took something you already had and maybe just by putting a different color plastic in it, it's like, this is a new thing that we can put in this other design.
Yeah, yeah, that is great. Mm, yeah, okay. This is like the issue is like it's like so detailed now that I kind of have to rotate it around so I can see it from the same perspective like
Yeah.
that it's illustrated in. Like it's like, oh, I can get away with this, and I was like, nope, I cannot get away with this.
No, I constantly am always like, okay, this is how the picture is. Got to lay this next to it because I want to make sure I
Yeah.
have the right spot.
Oh, okay. So here, there. Oh, I get it. I get it. So it's like that. Yes. Also, that is satisfying. Where you're just like, oh, did I do that right? No, I did. I did not do that right. You're like, how do I do that right? Um, mm, all right, perfect. Oh yeah, now there's all these like beautiful little details with like the. I love this like ghost gold. Um, it's like such a like just um, really distinct colors. Like this and this green are
Hmm.
just so unique um, to this. I just love that. Okay, that this guy here. All right. Yeah, there's all these tiny, cool details that allow these guys to just really. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's just real nice. Just the little details of how they're basically kind of like covering up some of this to make that the shape of the main
Hmm.
um, fuselage is oh nice. Mm-hmm. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So yeah, you said Christmas was the last one that you're scheduled for today.
Yep, that's
Nice.
my last thing. Then,
That's a nice way to end things, I think.
yeah, and it'll put me at 28 hours.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I thought that was a very, I, I will, I will openly admit that I did have a couple moments where I was looking at the schedule and I signed up for things, and then I hit Thursday and I was really laying it out for myself, and I was like, well, that was longer than I thought it was when I signed up for it.
Yeah,
There was 2 sessions that I was like, "That's 2 hours," and then they ended up being, like, 4 hours, and I was like, "Oh, boy, okay." So I had, like, a full, like, rounded day planned, and I was like, "Well, 28, a little higher than we normally encourage, but I could do
yeah,
it. It's, 3 days. It's fine."
yeah, yeah. Sometimes that is a lot.
It might be the most I've ever done for Extra Life, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, I was like, "Okay, you know what?
Well,
We could do this. We could totally do this."
congratulations. I think one of the things that we're doing though is like just being smarter about what we're doing things like this or the kind of like knitting and sitting. Such a good medium between just like going just like, oh, we got to have another game. We got to have another game. I think that
I
sometimes we just kind of
you know,
overdo it on that.
I was telling Sarah that yesterday when we were doing some crafts together, and I was
Yeah,
like, "That's the one thing that, like, while I enjoyed the 24-hour burst in the first couple of years, I was
yeah,
like, now that we've gone digital and now that we've gotten older, it's been kind of nice that we've been able to throw in these extra things, like her and I just sitting and doing some crafting and chatting,
yeah, absolutely.
and Eggos and Legos and
Yeah,
playing Minecraft. Like, I like that we can mess it up. I feel like it gives my brain a break because RPGing all the time is rough for me.
it's a
like,
lot. It's a lot of being on too, which I think can be really exhausting to the point where then like the rest of the stuff just gets really, you're so tired for
yeah.
everything because you've been, kind of going so hard that that starts to be rough.
Yeah.
Um,
So I really enjoyed that. I am glad she did that because that was a nice, refreshing change of pace for the whole thing.
yeah, I know it sounded like you guys were having a hoot.
I can't remember who it was in chat that was like, they said they told you that it should be calling we should have called it knit and sit, and we should call it
Oh, I remember that. It was like what,
ah I can't remember what it was now, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of funny.
stitching and bitching or
So
something,
yeah, stitching and snitching,
or
stitching and
stitching and
snitching.
bitching. Yeah.
Thank you. That's what that was. Yeah, it was. So I was like, I mean, yeah, kind of.
Mhm. That's funny.
I told Ben, I was like, we talked about you and Ben, or you and James, because I was talking to Ben. I was
Yeah,
like, we're talking about you guys just having like this great relationship, and like, I
yeah.
was like, we were just
Right.
talking about you, talking about our men.
It's like one of the most lasting and enduring, friendships that I've had. I think especially, as an adult, it's just so hard to kind of maintain some of those relationships, that you either had as a kid or, you friends with somebody's, or parents, friends, kids, or your neighbors. And it's just like, these kind of weird marriages of convenience. It's not oftentimes that you get to actually like choose friends. Like sometimes it's just so happenstantial
Hmm.
that, yeah, it's kind of funny to have stumbled into, a friendship that is you know, this much of a part of my life at this part in my life. So, yeah, always very appreciative. That mostly that Ben decided to do that funny, um, whatchamacallit, like, I don't know what you would call it. It was like for WWE 13. He did a like
But
draft.
the draft
Yeah,
tournament game
yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah. It's fun. Right, it's not. Put
it's
this
one of
one
the
on.
amazing things about him is like he doesn't realize how he kind of brings people together, just being like, I have this idea,
Yeah,
and it just snowballs into we're bringing other people in, or we're
yeah,
getting to meet new people, and so
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Well, and I always appreciate the fact that I, brought this thing to him slash dumped this thing on him, and he was just like, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do it, you know, and that he's continued to do it for all of these years when the reality of the situation with with health concerns and COVID and everything else, the fact that we've stuck with all of this is is pretty incredible, and I think it's a pretty big testament to why we're able to raise funds like we do, is just people really genuinely caring and sticking with it as much as we can, and like we were just saying, pivoting and recognizing how we can continue to do it at a good level and not completely just burn ourselves out.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is the not burning out.
Which is hard right now. I mean, I think this is, I can't remember if we've been on a stream together where I've said this, but I feel like, to me, this year felt a lot like 2016 when Trump got elected, with everything with Gaza and just like everything else. It's just, there's been so many things going on that are just high kind of stress flashpoints,
Mhm.
um, that it just felt like that, where it's just like the election happened, and then that weekend we had to do Extra Life, and we were all just like, fuck.
Yeah, yeah, that, and I was on top of that telling Sarah too. I was like, I think there's, I was like, while we respect people being like, I need to take a break off this year, I was like, I think we also miss our friends. Like, we miss Zach and Christy and those friends
Yeah.
coming into this. And it's like, that, I feel like that has a little bit of an emotional blow to it too. Like,
Oh,
for
absolutely.
great reasons, they have to go do their thing, but also like, we just kind of miss having them involved. And that puts
Yeah.
a different spin on it too once in a while. So,
Yeah. Yeah, because I totally agree. It's just, we all bring something different to the table, and I think that that's another aspect of this that is awesome, but also is when it's not there, it's such a different experience, generally. But yeah, and I think that part of the novelty is that we don't all play in each other's games like we used to as much.
yeah.
So Extra Life definitely tends to be this really unique, um, really unique experience, where we're doing and playing games that we wouldn't normally play, or um, playing with people that we don't normally play with. Oh my gosh, this is a pivoting like turret for the gun. I'm
Oh,
just
wow. That's cool.
over this. This is so cool. And the coolest thing is this piece, which is used for the double-sided lightsabers for the Inquisitors, is going to be the middle of the control for the gunner position. Oh, this is such a good set. Yeah, that kind of blows me away.
Do you have a favorite Extra Life moment throughout the years? Anything that's like your go-to thing you always explain to people, or
I, you know, I know that it wasn't ideal, um, but that first year when Ben agreed to do the split session where we had the big group and it split into two rooms, and then we came
yeah.
back together and we didn't know what was going on. I'm always such a fan of that generally, in games, like opportunities to have like meta knowledge that is specific to like one group. um,
Mhm.
that I mean, that was a big one for me. um, I think a lot of Ben's big kind of finales have been really amazing. um,
Yeah.
I miss people being together for things like that, because all of the miniatures and all the work that he's put into those.
Mhm.
It's fun to be online, and it's fun to be more inclusive, but there's something amazing about some of those things as well.
Yeah. I do miss that a little bit sometimes. It's the only thing about the big 24-hour games that were really nice is, the amount of, face-to-face time with people coming in and out
Yeah,
for that day, and getting to do some of those bigger things about splitting groups and talking,
yeah,
like you said, having those little separate moments.
yeah. It's so much fun.
Those are fun.
Oh no!
Ooh, don't break it.
Oh, I was just trying to balance it somewhere so up here so people could see it while I was futzing around, and I ended up chucking it off the
We're
top.
done with it. Donate it.
Screw it. Yeah, I'm auctioning it off. I think that might be a really interesting thing to do for Extra Life is like to buy it and then like auction it off in some ways. Like some ways like we would be spending money, on it instead of directly donating, but it would be kind of cool to build something and then kind of specifically have it donated, and someone would get the Lego set or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is
I do things like that though, because when it came to Ben and I filling that slot with games, and we were looking at other games to do, I was like, well, I said I would never play it. I did this with Minecraft, but I was like, why don't we play Zomboid? And he's like, oh, but it just went off sale and it's like 19.99. I was like, when it comes to Extra Life, I just kind of do
yeah,
whatever I need to do. Like I don't have super expensive hobbies that take, extra money away from other things. So I'm like, if I spend $20 on a video game that I may or may not play again, it's
yeah,
fine. It's not the end of the world.
yeah. Oh man. Okay, so wow, this is so intricate. Oh, no way. Okay, so this goes back and forth like this, and I couldn't figure out why
Yeah.
earlier. It's because this piece, this cockpit, is going to slide in here, and then on the bottom, you're going to be able to move this to move the turret on the gunner.
Wow.
That is some next level stuff. Okay, now I have to get this to fit in here and click. Is that? Oh, shoot. All right, I'm gonna put that back in once I get this secured. Wow, this is so detailed. Um, is that it? Okay, so yes, this operates the turret on the gun.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's really cool.
Wow. Okay. Now I have to open this back up because I have to get the gunner rig back in there. This is where it like gets futzy enough that I have to like be extra
They gotta really focus on it.
ginger. And... All right, yeah. So there is the gunner here, and then this moves back and forth so you can control that. That's amazing. Wow. Okay. So cool. Alrighty. Oh, that's fun. Oh, except for I need to put on an entire. I hate see these wraparound
Oh,
cockpit logos. That's
yeah.
Joel. If you're out there, this one's for you. Yeah, it's just like you have to hit it at like just the right spot, and it's kind Stressful. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to count.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh butts.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna call that close enough. Perfect. All right. We are on to the final bag. Good.
Yay.
Half an hour before Christmas. Alright. It looks like I still have one more decal. Yippee. But I will
So
say,
excited about this.
bag 13 is also going to have Ahsoka in it.
Oh, cool.
Stoked about. Yeah, the great irony is as I'm looking at all of this, I'm realizing that I don't think that I've run a role playing game yet. I played Minecraft. I did other games. I played Jackbox. I played in Rotten Odds. I did Legos. I did. I got things set up for other games. I did Jackbox again. I did Jackbox again. I did the pirate. Um, I did the pirate. Whatchamacallit?
Murder mystery.
Murder mystery. And then I skipped Tales from the Loop so I could prep this game and stream. And then I got up and I did Legos again, and I'm running this one. So yeah, even though I ran more slots than I've run ever, I think I actually am only running this one D&D. I just did not realize that this year.
You diversified.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's actually like the change of pace, and like you said, right, just like being on for that amount of time, like having to run lucky number 13, was just, that's a totally different thing. I'm not gonna lie, Cassandra, I might have to pro bono one of these waffles. I'm getting hungry.
I mean, I donated for a waffle, so
Oh, you did? Oh
I
no.
did. Go for it. Eat one.
Mm,
Although in my adult tired state, I donated to myself first before I
yeah.
realized.
No,
So
don't worry
really,
about it.
really, I purchased two. I think even though the one went to me, you should still eat two.
Oh, well, I mean, you don't have to twist my arm.
I did it, and I was thinking about it, and I looked at it, and I was like, "God damn it!" I went to my page. I went to my page to go to the roster page to click on you, and all I did was click on my donate button. I was like, "Well, I guess I gave $20 to myself. Sounds good."
I don't think whatever whatever makes it happen makes it happen.
I know. I was like, "Well, it's for charity. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well, I'm
hurting."
gonna say $8,500, which I'm just over the moon about, considering, like, you know, I think typically Zach and Christy are just they're kind of a force unto themselves,
Yep.
Um, I'm yeah. Woohoo.
Yeah, I was flabbergasted that I've been getting weird donations for like
Yeah.
certain amounts of pennies and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got within the first day, Mike Fry gave me like $204.36 or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I was instantly over my mark, and I was like, I didn't even think that was going to happen this year because being down people. I was like, oh, it's just going to be lower this year. And I think I noticed yesterday that Dave isn't part of our team, so I was like, ooh, that's going to be a thing for our number.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, because in my head I was like, oh yeah, we'll hit that number when Dave does his thing. I heard he's doing a big thing next weekend.
Yeah.
And then now when I realized Dave's
Yeah, I
on his
think a
own
couple
thing.
people kind of like asked me that, like, "Oh, when's David doing his stream?" And I kind of like didn't want to on stream being like, well, it doesn't really make a difference. It's not on our team anymore. But
Yeah, I didn't realize that, and I was like, "Oh, that's a little bit of a bummer," but I can see
yeah,
him
I
wanting to
think
do
that
his own thing.
that was all the fallout of, yeah. Anyway, um, I just, yeah, whatever. I just
Yeah.
like, I don't have the bandwidth to navigate that, that relationship, that what everything that goes along with it. I think that there's just like, there's a lot of personality things, and there's age, and there's, listening and hearing, you know and I love both of my brothers, some from same mothers, some from other mothers, but they're two big personalities, and at a certain point, if that's not congruent, it's just not congruent,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, and that's the march of life.
It's just
So,
how it is.
doesn't
I get that
yeah,
too with my
doesn't have to be the
siblings.
same. Yeah.
Very,
So
very distinctly different people, and we
yeah,
tend to align more with my older sister than my little sister, just because I think because we're closer in age.
yeah,
She and I are like a year and a half apart, where me and my little sister are 7 years apart.
yeah, and that makes a huge difference. I think sometimes we don't think it makes as big of a difference as it really does. You know, it's
Yeah.
just also just experiencing different parts of life at different paces. There's just those times that you overlap and those times that you don't overlap, and man, it's just you just take it all in a lot differently.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, but then again, sometimes you kind of like catch up and people go, oh, that's what you were. That's why we were like butting heads 5 years ago. Um, and that's, to me, I think that that's a great growing moment too. Um, and sometimes, that's what brings people back together. So never know.
We've never really drifted apart, but there are definite things where we're like, yeah, I know. I mean,
Yeah,
prime example, pandemic. Like, her family wasn't anyone who decided to get vaccinated, and.
yeah, that's tough.
But that's also like my parents were in her boat, but my oldest sister and her kids, they all got vaccinated. So like we had a very divided household. Like that
Yeah,
was a very interesting thing to navigate when you really didn't think you'd have to navigate things like that.
yeah, yeah, and that's so tough with Ben's health, and I mean, well, with everybody's health, but I'm sure that your folks aren't getting any younger. We're all aging. That's one of the things we've been talking about in our studio this semester, is just like empathy, and like it's all of us are aging. Like when you say aging in place or this or that, like we're all aging in place. Like none of us are
Yep.
getting any younger. And so yeah, navigating that kind of stuff, and yeah, that's tough. It's
Yeah. It's definitely a dynamic I don't think I ever really put thought into as something that was going to be a thing as I
yeah,
got older.
yeah, for sure. Mm, I might just, I've just put this together like 3 times the exact same way, and none of the times it has been right. And now I'm like, oh, that's because they had me turn it over to assemble it and then turn it back over to add it to the structure. That makes more sense.
Yeah, some of those things are like, oh wait, I missed an arrow. Can be tricky.
Yeah, and like the little like turn it around like 180 or 360. I always screwed that one up. But it's like, wait, you want me to do what now?
How far was that again?
Especially at whatever 5:30 in the morning, when I've been doing it since 4, and you're just like, huh, what?
I will say, James, I got kind of excited. Well, when you mentioned the first day of like, hey, maybe one day with like there's a thought of putting do like a 24-hour Minecraft stream, and my head went, yes,
Yeah,
we should do
absolutely.
that. That would be fun. You wouldn't, I mean, like, wouldn't have to be on 24. Like sometimes it could just pass,
Yeah, or
pass
like people
hands to
could.
other people, but
Yep, exactly. Like no one would have to be on for the entire time, but we
yeah.
could do it for like 24 hours. I even thought that it'd be fun to like pilot like a maybe a shorter one this like over the holiday break,
Mhm.
like in between Christmas and New Year's,
Mhm.
like a one last hurrah for this year's Extra Life, and just like try to, I don't know, like build something together or build something out or like go to the end or whatever, like something crazy and fun, or
Yeah.
a 24 hour archaeology dig or like,
I was thinking about that and I was like, you could totally do like, okay, 0 hour, we all spawn into the same place and we have a discussion and we see like almost like what Hugh and Ben have done to the current realms of like what can we make it? How big can we make it? How far can we advance it in 24 hours?
yeah,
And then like a
that'd
world tour kind of situation. So you're gonna
be
have to have people who are going out and getting things, and you're gonna have people who are just strictly there putting it together, and I
yeah,
I think that could be fun.
yeah, I think it'd be really fun.
I never realized how much of an interesting idea it was for me until you said it, and then my brain just started firing on it. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Yes, we could do this, and what about this? And we should think about this."
that would be really fun. 100%.
I was like, "You just have to have someone on all the time. Maybe they're the only person. Sometimes there's going to be other people. You never know."
Yeah, and people could stay on as much as they want or as little as they want, because I mean I think that we can have like 11 people, like 10 people plus yourself in the realms.
Okay,
So like that's pretty that's pretty hefty. That's a good number of folks.
I don't
Uh,
even know if we have that many people in our friend group that play Minecraft.
yeah, but I mean, kind of like you, we could jump in and see
Recruit
what's
other
what.
people.
Recruit, see if Sarah will play. Like I think all of that would be super fun.
Yeah.
But even like getting like Shannon, Richard, and you know, Doug, you, me, Ben.
Oh,
Even that's six.
that's already 6. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, yes, we have more people than I think of sometimes. That just like I remember, like, oh yeah, oh so and so plays. Oh yeah, so and so also plays. All right, this part is going. Read my piece up here, but I gotta get through this.
Doug was pretty convinced yesterday that he and I had never played in a Minecraft game together. And I was like, I don't know for sure. I was
Huh.
like, in the last year, because it's my 1 year Minecraft anniversary, like I don't know if we have.
Yeah,
It's an interesting thought.
yeah,
And really I've only played with Richard and Shannon, I think once probably.
yeah. I was gonna say, I think you guys did a Crafting Kids when I was not around, um, in one of Ben's worlds, maybe.
Yeah, that was the old realms that when
Okay,
it went through some.
losing all of that, I'm just like, I'm still so worried. Like I'm just trying to get things figured out so that I can get ours, because we have WrestleCraft where like Shannon and Richard made a copy of the Allstate Arena, and like we built out that huge like underground storage system, and I built like an elevator to it, and like a redstone elevator, and like there's so much stuff, and it's like I don't think I could deal with that. It
I
feels
feel
like losing that.
I feel so bad because Richard had made so much effort and advancement into his version of Mordor, and I was
Oh
starting to
yeah.
build a pink castle on the other side because I kept arguing you got to balance the light and the dark, you know.
Ah, that's beautiful.
And I was like, I felt so bad for him when it
Yeah.
it went away, and like I've no control of ours, we
Yeah.
Ben had an issue and had to contact them, and they just deleted the wrong one, and so it was. He was like, "No big deal." And I'm just like, "It's a big deal."
Yeah. Oh, Ben. Oh, hey, Spike. Good morning. Yeah, no, Ben like parts with the realms and like does not tell the rest of us, and it's like, but 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 we did so much in that.
No, this one he totally intended to keep, but because he started another one, and then there was some type of weird glitch in the system, and so they were
Yeah,
like, he was like, okay, you got to delete this other one, like not the one that we were playing in,
yeah.
and they apparently deleted the one we were playing in, and there just was no going back.
Ugh, that's that
So
sucks.
yeah, that was even one of those like of no fault of his own either. It was just like
Yeah,
we just lost it.
yeah. That's tough.
But I mean, look what you guys have done with the new one. It's
Yeah,
kind of insane.
yeah. Well, and Ben, and Ben just like I don't know, giving over to the fact that he's a good builder, and I think that he for a long time was just like, oh, I don't build like you and Doug do, or I don't do this. I was like, that's fine, like that's good. That's not like good, like you don't have to do crazy Doug builds. I mean that was when I was first playing, and those two were just going ham. I was like, guys, I don't really know how to do this. Could we slow down, and yeah, and then I felt like I started doing a lot of weird builds, and he was like, "Whoa, this is crazy! I could never do this." And I was like, "You do this all the time, like you're so good. You're so good at this. Like, just
I
yeah,
think he just needed he watched been watching a lot of videos lately too on different buildings and like the idea of like, oh, you can mix materials and you can, it doesn't
yeah,
have
like
to be a
do
square box.
grade,
Like he's
yeah,
really just ran with it.
yeah. 16 minutes. Ooh, I'm gonna eat that second waffle.
Do it.
So welcome, well.
I technically paid for two. One just went to
I
me.
know.
So
Oh
sorry
yeah.
about that.
I'm eating it on your behalf.
Please do, because I am hungry, but I am afraid my tummy would be like, no, thank you again.
No.
Told Ben out because he was like, I mean, maybe you should try it. I was like, I'm not eating anything until after Christmas in case it's unhappy still. I don't want to risk missing Christmas.
Oh, well, thank you for
Not
hanging in.
doing it. Although to be fair warning, I am probably going to order coffee to have to run to the door and pick it up during Christmas. But
It's fine. I gotta run upstairs and make my coffee. I have not.
I'm gonna get Ben coffee because he's got one last push too. And I was like, I'll drink some green tea. That'll be good for me.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
So, but I mean, Caribou doesn't open before this stream ends, so
Yeah,
I cannot have Uber Eats delivery before that.
true story.
Ben's like, it's okay, James won't mind, and I was like, I mean, I don't think so, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be because we're gonna need that.
Yeah. All right. I think this is it. I think this is the top. This is the fuselage.
That's
This
so cool.
will pop in like this, and the gun right here, and then this sits on top right here. Is that right? Oh yeah, like just this little bit right here. This kind of like sits inset, and then this like boop, just that subtle.
So nice.
Oh, it's so good. Um. So yeah, that is. Oh, cool. So these actually fit right in here, and you can like shoot them out. Oh, that's spring loaded. Oh, that's what
Oh,
it is,
really?
Cassandra. Holy crap. Yeah. This, yeah. I
That
was trying to
is
figure out, I
so
was like shaking
cool.
that yesterday, and we couldn't figure out what it is. And oh man, okay. So that's just the coolest thing in the world. Um,
That is really cool.
so yeah, you can like fire laser blasts out of this. So this is the Ghost VCX 1000.
That's it. It's done.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
That's so
That
cool.
is it.
You had 12 minutes to spare too.
Yeah. You can take off the main fuselage here. You open this guy up. That's satisfying, man. Wow. Well, hell, we did it. We did it.
That's so cool.
All right. Well, yeah. That. Thank you very much. It is a sexy ship. Um, and then, uh, and then I forgot the Phantom fits on the back here. It just slides in like this, and then it can detach. Fly off, comes back in, and docks. That's great. That is super slick. So yeah. Oh shoot! I didn't even see this before.
Hmm.
I forgot that this side has
Oh,
a thing that goes into the cargo hold.
that's so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, it's got it on both sides.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that's a deeply satisfying build. I like really can't wait to play with that later.
You're like, really explore it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just amazing. So the other ones that are in this set, Ahsoka's ship, the fighters, and then the lat gun ship. That's real nice. All right. That has been Star Wars Ghost. Wow.
Just
That
real
was good.
excited, or you're a little bit disappointed it's over?
No, I'm just like, I'm so excited to have gotten a chance to build something like that. Yeah, it's been such a long time since I've really dug in and done something like that. It's, yeah, it's fun to have done something like that and really, yeah, I don't know. Have, yeah, I don't buy things like that for myself very often.
Hmm.
So it's yeah, kind of a treat to have that. Um, let's see. Yeah, it is a sexy ship. Um, so yeah, I think I'm going to try to find a place for that and get things set up. Um, let's see. Why don't I share? I share the rest of our schedule here. I think. Yeah. Share this out. Mm. All right, here we are. So, things we have left today. Boom. All right, we are here at Lego My Eggo. We got on Christmas morning coming up, 6 a.m. till 10ish. Um, then we got Star Wars Thunderous Applause run by Ben on the main channel. Paint My Mini You Ninny. Nathan has some fun stretch goals and things like that, and incentives for having him paint minis for you, all sorts of other fun stuff. And then we got two one-page games, all out of bubblegum and lasers and feelings, run by Matt and Duke. And yeah, we'll wrap up with the Extra Life Wrap Show. May also have some Jackbox games. We'll see what we got energy for. But
That 4 to 6 gets real interesting. Either it's real hardcore and we're like, yeah, or it's like, I am struggling to go.
yeah, yeah,
So
it is coming along, isn't it? That's really beautiful. So yeah, I think I'm going to go and make a cup of coffee, and I will be back. And yeah, Cassandra, thank you so much for getting up, especially with the tummy troubles.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I'm a
yeah,
trooper. This is what we do. Extra life.
what we do, baby, extra
Yeah.
life. So yeah, well, we will be back very shortly with on Christmas morning, our
Christmas.
ninth Christmas adventure, one for every year of extra life. Ho, ho,
So excited.
green giant. All right, we'll see you guys soon.